Hello everybody and welcome to Hobbyking Live. My name is Stuart and I'm here with Tom De Weerdt, and I'll explain why he's here in just a moment, because I can tell you right now we're here to present the latest V2 release from Avios. This is the Extra 330 LX V2. And why is it V2? Well, we'll come on to those details in just a moment, but as I mentioned, my friend here, Tom De Weerdt, you may wonder why he's standing, you may even wonder who he is. If you cast your mind back to Hobbyking Live NL a few years ago, I am going to go out and fly, and Tom here,
my lovely assistant,
there we go, beautiful assistant, is going to take over.
Yeah, there you go.
Tom was very much instrumental in all of that organisation, and that's in fact where I first met you, wasn't it, Tom? Yep. During all of that, when we first set those shows up. He is a very, very good 3D pilot, and I am not a very good 3D pilot in the slightest. And in this capacity as a product developer, what do you do when you don't know a subject so well? You put it in the hands of someone that knows it very, very well. So I've been working with Tom pretty much since I got back. This was on the cards. I wasn't so confident in my ability as like I said, as a non-3D pilot. I was very confident in Tom's, so I asked him for some help, and Tom, you did kindly volunteer to help. This is your one that you've been flying.
Yep.
And this is the V2, so why don't you tell everybody here a little bit about the V2 aspects of the Extra 330 LX.
Yeah, okay, so obviously the LX had the V1 in the blue and orange RC group, which was really nice. And then we decided to work from that good concept already and just make a couple of improvements. So we've been working on that, did a lot of testing, and now I think the concept is really good, because basically you get two planes in one, right? You get something that you hardly ever get, which is a semi-scale aerobatics plane with panel lines. You never see that. But then also it gives you really a fantastic 3D machine without having to go to really big batteries in 6S format.
And what Tom was alluding to, beyond the 4S, stock 4S setup, there is a 5S option for it. It's very, very easy to do. Just one component change if you feel it needs it. And Tom, you're going to go into that as well. So beyond the power system, what other small tweaks have you made to this, working with Avios, to make it that much of a better version on the V2?
Yeah, well, obviously the first thing you see is the new color scheme, which is really turned out really nice, and we've been working with a couple of different versions. So this is still a pre-production model, so the paint quality should be really good once it hits the shelves. We did do some geometry changes to the tail wheel. Other than that, servos, still really good digital servos in there, metal geared servos that allow you to fly really high rates, really good resolution on everything. Then the main thing was we did upgrade the firewall. We reinforced that a little bit, and then we basically started playing with different KV sizes motors, because we were really convinced that this plane didn't need a 6S setup. So in the end we found an upgraded motor, a 650 kV one, which flies beautifully on 4S. So just on your regular 4S 3000 to 4000, yeah, something like that. You don't need high C values for this kind of flying. And then while playing with it, basically found out that with the stock prop that comes with the plane, you can actually just fly it on 5S as well. Just get that little bit more power, a little bit more pull out if you're doing hovers or 3D maneuvers like that, just a little bit more speed. Now, I have been flying it in cold temperatures, and I'm flying the stock 60 amp speed control right now. And right now here it's like 10 or 15 degrees, so I'm really confident in that. But if you're flying in hotter temperatures, I would really suggest going to maybe a 70 or an 80 amp speed control, because with the 60 amp speed control, we did some tests, it's pretty much at the limit.
It's pretty much at the limit, but that's why it's something optional. But hey, it's a very, very easy change just to swap out that speed controller. And also, what that means with those two different setups, it's not only, I mean, it's always an aerobatic model or a 3D aerobatic model, but with the stock 4S setup, you've got a great introduction to 3D flying. And then if you're an experienced, or you become more experienced, then you want that more performance that I guess full 3D flying requires, then go up to the optional 5S setup, just a speed controller change. Tom, you're going to show variations of those different flights there.
Yeah, well, just gonna show you both, and you know, in 3D terms, the 4S setup is really good for the old school low and slow. But if you want to go more into the
style,
well, yeah, even in 3D you have a low and slow, but then you also have the more, let's say, the more aggressive maneuvers that you see on the circuit right now, and you know, you like some more power for that, and you get that with the 5S setup.
So it's a good versatile frame, and we've got nothing left to do now but to put it through its paces. We have got a fancy camera that we're going to put on the rear here, give you guys a different perspective. And without further ado, I think there's nothing left to do but to get out and
Fly, yeah. Let's go.
Okay, so it's a little bit chillier now, hence I've got my coat on. But we are here and we're going to start with the 4S setup. And Tom, you're going to bring it through its paces as much as you can with the 4S.
Yeah.
Show everybody here what it's all about, and then we'll go on to the more Pro Edition 5S optional setup. So Tom, we're going to hand over to you. I'm going to take a step back and let Tom talk you through his 4S.
Thank you, sir. So we're just going to do some more basic aerobatics and a bit of 3D as well to show you pull out of a hover. So yeah, let's go.
Okay. It's a nice. It sounds and it looks harmonised. How's that looking on camera?
Very nice.
Look at that catch in the sun. That's the other great thing. What I really prefer about this version is that painted canopy. I think that really pops and shines out nicely. You can really see it there in the sun. And just the colour in general working very well for you, right, Tom?
Hello.
Yeah, we're just gonna bring her in like you're supposed to with a 3D plane, right? Very good. So that was 4S stock setup.
Yep.
Now Tom's got a, I think it's like a 3.5 or 3,000.
3,000. Yep.
Again, we are still rocking the 60 amp speed controller, but we're flying in cooler conditions now. If you are going to go up to the 5S setup, the only thing we would recommend you change is the speed controller. We found there's a little bit borderline with the 60. Again, it's okay in these cooler conditions, but just to be sure, better to go up to a 70 or 80 amp speed controller. Of course, we have those, and they're very cheap, so that's a very easy thing to do. So Tom, we've got the pack ready.
Yep.
Let's do the 5S.
Let's go.
Alright, so we are ready on the 5S demonstration.
Yeah, so this is 5S, so it's gonna be fast and a bit more aggressive maneuvers, right?
And it is.
Yeah, it's fast enough. So people that do knife edge, they know that you want to look out for coupling, and this plane has hardly any coupling at all in knife edge.
Is that its official name?
This is called a wheel wobble, and then
very
we're
cool.
going to go into a knife edge spin, which it does
very cool.
marvelously, and then go into a flat spin now.
I love the way you say you know, like it's something anyone
it's
can do.
pretty normal.
How does it feel on the sticks by comparison in 5S?
Yeah, good. It has a lot of control. And then also you can do this.
Look at that, that's very cool.
Cool, huh? And like in rolling Harriers, you like the extra oomph it gives you, right?
Yeah. And again, what we're saying here, this is the pro or experience setup, whatever you want to call it. Obviously Tom's been flying for many years and he's very good at 3D. And Tom, I think I'm right in thinking that this is your preferred setup.
Yeah, for me it is, yeah. But then still I have a lot of 4S batteries, and I you know, when I have those, it's just fly until my packs are empty.
Yeah. Is that,
Like now?
Is that your pack going down now?
That's my pack going,
okay,
yeah.
that's good. So reasonable flight times on that 5S setup too.
Yeah, with the 5S setup, I think this is only a 3000, so I'm a bit limited in time, but I think you can go up to easily 3.5, 4000. I've noticed that it's not too critical in battery weight actually, so I think you could easily go up a little bit more.
Let's bring it in then with the last bit of power that you've got.
Not a lot.
Tom, would you like to join me in frame?
I will join you in frame.
So that has been the Avios Extra 330LX, developed here with my good friend Tom De Weerdt, who, as you can see, is an extraordinarily good 3D pilot. I am not, and that's why not only are you seeing him flying in this video, but also he's had a very heavy hand and involvement in the development of the V2, and it's a much better frame. Right?
Yeah.
You're very, very pleased with it.
I like it.
You've seen the 4S setup. That was just the, we're going to end there on the 5S, optional 5S setup too. If you're looking for a 3D aerobatic model to get into 3D flying, this on the stock 4S setup is perfect. But if you've got that experience and you are very much more proficient pilot, again, just like Tom is here.
Or you just want to fly fast.
Yeah, that too. But I think, I mean, looking at this myself, personally, I like the idea of power for power, not for speed. But it can do both. That's the point, right?
Yep, true.
With that 5S setup. So there it is. Please check it out on our website. There's be a full link underneath this video, as well as all the specifications on the web copy too. And Tom has his own channel. You're going to be doing an unboxing of sorts, we said on this.
Yep.
And you'll go into your details on that. Do check out his channel. There'll be a link underneath that, underneath this video too. So thank you very much for watching. Tom, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for having me test this.
You're very welcome. It wouldn't have been the same without you. And check out the links below. Please remember to like and subscribe. Leave comments, good and bad. We read them all and we appreciate them all. So until the next flight review, I will see you guys next time. And Tom, maybe at a future Hobbyking NL.
I really hope we
Hobbyking
can
Live
get
NL.
to that fast, yeah.
Get through this current global situation, and yeah, let's hope for better things. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.